What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. My god, I'm still riding the high of the Arya, the Prefect ML Arya video. If you haven't already, please go watch that one. I am so dang excited for that unit. Hopefully Robin got an awesome kit as well. First impressions video here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's pray she's not a Rift unit, guys.
I could use a warm-up.
Okay.
Been a while since I had fun. Should have stayed in the Night's Lane,
She's got such a cool design, though.
Then again, who am I to say?
Flipping out some
It looks
Uzis.
like I'm still in one piece.
Robin Vannock, the most notorious hitman to roam the back alleys of Lafundos. She who had once earned legendary status as the coldest, most ruthless person to walk the back streets, has long retired from that past.
Hell yeah.
Now running a small PI office and living out her days as the neighborhood deadbeat. However, to those who can see past her jubilant expressions and into her piercing eyes, they are often met with the chilling realization that her past life has not completely left her.
All right.
Robin.
Yeah. By the way, guys, her story in the origin, the few bits and pieces that I caught while skipping was really good. Make sure y'all watch or read that story. But yeah, the new narrator doing a great job, right? I think he's got a super unique voice that really fits well. Okay, let's go and take it from here, guys. Hope she's not just a Rift unit only, but Fire Ranger with, wait, Fire meaning probably not Rift, right? Assuming we're not going back. Wasn't Kane the Rift, Fire Rift? But it might be time. I think we might be cycling all the way back, because we had Earth and Ice. Anyways, we have a Fire Ranger with effectiveness and attack as the self-imprint, 115 base speed. Okay. Go and mute it. We'll take it over from here. You guys know the drill. Skill introduction. Skill 3. Say hello to my little friend. Is that a Scarface reference? Attacks all enemies with her secret weapon and extends duration debuffs except for those. Oh god, she's a debuff. Guys, she's a debuff unit. I've been having such a problem fighting these in RTA, but you know what? Once again, check out that ML Arya video because we got an F-res scaling. Anyways, this is about Robin. This prevents movement by 1 turn before an 85, which is 100% chance after Molagor after skill enhance. So we have a 100% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. And we also have the prevent movement. Except those are prevent movement by 1 turn and then defense break for 2 turns. Okay. So, sorry, I'm trying to read that again just to make sure I got it. 2-turn defense break, and she also extends debuffs, except like stuns and sleeps. Okay, makes sense. When the skill is not on cooldown, at the start of an ally's extra turn, grants swift attack to the caster and increases combat readiness by 25%. Okay, so we have a very opposite unit to the Arya. This one's going to be a very tempo-oriented. We're going to want to probably play fast, play a lot of openers, good debuffs. Have a bridge in there to bring up some crazy finishers. Keep in mind though, she, stuns and stuff, obviously we can't increase the duration of, but this is kind of reminiscent of like a Dizzy, right? With the buff duration extender. We'll also want to bring units that have extra turns, which are very, very plentiful. And we also grant swift attack and combat readiness by 25. Okay, let's go and check out the showcase with the skill animation here. And I do want to take note of what kind of team Smilegate cooked up in the showcase. So we're fighting a very tanky team backed by ML Luna. And on our side, we have an AOL, interesting, an Abyssal Euphine, and then the Renok, which will proc us. That'll be our activator for the extra turn, right? Okay, let's watch this together. So we do soulburn it. And I'm going to go and double check again. I think I skipped over the soulburn part. But the animation is great, man. Just rip out those SMGs. Holy God. Wait. Oh, my. Okay, hold up. Okay, so there's already a bunch. There's already a bunch of debuffs on our opponent. Now we have defense breaks. And then we have these. Oh, my God. Okay, so we should have read the Soulburn. Guys, I keep skipping over this. I apologize. But Soulburn, 20 souls. At the end of the turn, detonates bleed and burn effects inflicted on the target. Which is interesting because her S3 herself, right? S3 by itself does no burns and bleeds. Maybe your S1 or S2 will. We'll go ahead and scroll ahead here. But we can also bring activators or other units, right? That can provide those debuffs. But holy crap, that detonation. 22k here, 19k at the top. My God, was that 32k at the bottom on the FCC because of the damage share? Holy crap. All right, clear the back is the skill 2. Attacks all enemies with the grenade launcher. Here's our burns. Dispelling 2 buffs before a 100% chance 100% chance to inflict 3 burn effects for 1 turn. More combat readiness as well. So yeah, high tempo, guys, high control. This is going to be a debuff centric comp. Just keep in mind she can extend the duration of stuns and sleeps, but in general, mort effect as well, the fear. But in general, like I think she's going to be a strong unit. Yeah, this is very much like the new Dizzy because of just the amount of debuffs she brings and the debuff extender too. All right, let's check this animation. So I didn't even know she had a grenade launcher. Holy crap. She got the Moozies. She got the grenade launcher. Is that also in her little briefcase thing? Yeah. Holy God. Well, there we go. And it looks like we landed. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. Ah, an Assassin's Pledge. I'm going to have to look that up, guys. I'll probably pause here to look it up real quick. But yeah, we're landing a lot of burns. Holy mama. Okay, guys, I did have to skip a little ahead here just to double check the artifact on this rocket launcher, but there is indeed some extra burn effects. So, you know, I was just from the 3 to 4, you'll see why in just a second here. But here we go. We finished the S2, a lot of burns. S1, we have a neutralize, attacks the enemy with a dagger and has a 85% chance to inflict bleed for 2 turns. Okay, so we have a way to apply a lot of burns. We have a way on the S1 to apply some bleeds. And then we have a way to explode all of it while also increasing debuff durations, excuse me. Once again, I believe this is 100% chance, right? No, besides ignore ER, 15% of the units resisting the debuff. All of our debuffs, I believe, have a 100% chance between the defense break, the burns, and the bleeds, as long as you fully skill enhancer, which you definitely should. Let's go and check out the skill showcase here real quick for the S1. I do want to see the animation. Okay. Apply a little bleed there. And then let's check out this artifact. The Assassin's Pledge. So we have free effectiveness, which is good. We definitely want to build effectiveness on this unit. As, you know, we have S2, S3 providing a lot. And then the skill 3 also does not ignore FRES or anything. So we definitely want to have some effectiveness so we can land those much needed defense breaks. And then as well, the skill 2 burns, the skill 1 bleeds. But after tagging has a 100% chance to inflict burn on the target for 1 turn. Can only be activated once every 2 turns. Okay, so we can activate this as well as you saw on the S2, meaning we can proc like 4 extra burns potentially. And then even if you don't, if you cycle back, you can land some burns on the S1, on the S3. It's really cool. I think this is a good artifact for her. Being a ranger, there might be some other alternatives, but in general, I think this is really nice, especially for the stat boost. And yeah, man, if you let this girl go rampant, holy crap. You are burning. She has so much tempo, so much CR push. Between the S3 and the S2, right? Is the S2, was it 50%? Holy God. At the start of the allies extra turn grants with attack the caster. Yeah, okay. So she has, yeah, just a lot of tempo. We'll go and just watch the showcase while I yap here. But this unit is extremely strong and definitely not just a PvE. A lot of people are fearing she's going to be a Rift-only unit. Like Kayn, like Fenny. Although Fenny is kind of used in other areas as well now. We've seen her a few times in RTA. But yeah, I think she's going to be the real deal, at least for debuff comps. It's not really my specialty, but I do think she's got a great kit. And I think I'm going to be extremely afraid of the all the burns, bleeds, and detonates. And also, there's a lot of crazy comps you can come up with too. I mentioned at the start of this video, guys, that a lot of the problem units I have, especially when playing units like Boss Arunka, right? And if you notice, the team on the right has a lot of knights, which I love to bring. However, what it doesn't have here is any cleanse besides the Ilanov S3. And as you saw there, this simple S3 is not enough. Our unit's already dead. So, yeah, once again, I think bringing units that are immune to debuff effects. I'm looking at, you know, Torion immunity. Just keep in mind she has to be backed up by a unit like Roz, otherwise she can kind of get, you know, burned down. Units like Sage Vivian, as long as we have a lot of focus. And then units like Bystander Hua and the newly added ML Arya, Prefect Teacher Arya, I think will be very important in fighting units like this. Now, that being said, Robin could probably still debuff units like Arya, depending on how much effectiveness we build versus how much F-res is on Arya. And I mentioned in that Arya video that, you know, you need to build 100 F-res to fully shrug off. 100 F-res more than whatever unit has the effectiveness, which... Oh, and speaking of, guys, here we go. So she is going to be a Rift-centric unit, but at least she's got some PvP potential as well, being a debuff monster that gets activated by, you know, allies with extra turns on top of that. Okay. So here's a new Rift. We definitely will be using her here, but good job for Smilegate, because I think her kit is definitely going to be used outside of Rift as well, unlike Lord Kane, for example. But yeah, I think I'll definitely build her still if she's going to be a good Rift unit. I'm not really huge on playing those kind of high tempo, very aggressive debuff comps, but I know a lot of you guys out there love these kind of units. So yeah, I look forward to matching up with some of y'all in PvP and you guys never letting me get to play the game. Just blowing up burns, bleeds, potentially other debuffs, extending them, just taking a million turns before I can react. That's kind of the life I play as a tanky player. But yeah, I think that's all for Robin's video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you watch the Arya video, and thank you always for watching. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.